Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria if you're new here, and today's practice is called Clear Skies. So in this class we will practice watching the way that our sensations shift over time, like weather patterns or like clouds in the sky, and hopefully finding by the end of our practice a bit more clarity in both the physical body and the mental space. So you just need yourself today and someplace to move. And when you're ready, let's get started. We'll start from a comfortable seated position. So find your way here to Sukhasana or sit up onto your knees. And then let your palms rest to your thighs. Softly close your eyes. Begin to draw your awareness right away inside of your body. Imagine it's like you're diving deep down the column of your spine, all the way into your pelvis, your legs, down to the feet and the toes, just to see what you can feel. Notice any tension around the neck or your shoulders. Try to relax the shoulders down your back. And then let your palms be really open, receptive, and soft, softening all the way to the tips of the fingers. Allow anything that you encounter in the form of sensation or emotion or thought be exactly the way that it is. And just start to observe, get curious. It's like when you're lying on the grass and you look up at the clouds and you just watch them as they pass through. Some days we arrive to the practice and the sky above looks really clear and bright. Other days it might be a little darker, a little cloudier, and let that be okay. Let yourself feel what you feel. Now start to send some breath through everything, just like a gentle breeze waving through your body, filling the lungs with your inhale breaths, clearing the slate with your exhale breaths. Every exhalation is a chance to drop something. Every inhalation is like a fresh start. Soften any tension around your face, your eyes, and just stay here for a couple more rounds of breath, continuing to find depth to the breath and beginning to cultivate Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out through your nose. Softly blink your eyes open and place your hands down onto your thighs. Just begin by making some circles with your rib cage, shifting forward to one side, all the way around and back, and then the other, as though the ribs are just orbiting around the column of the spine. After a couple in one direction, switch. Feel the areas of your body that are expanding and contracting simultaneously. And then neutralize your spine and just rise up to a tall seat. Place your right fingertips down at the base of the spine. Breathe in to stretch up through your left side body. And when you breathe out, take a twist, left hand to your outer right thigh. For your inhalations, brighten from the tips of your toes all the way up through your spine and past the top of your head. And then with the exhale breath, keep the length. Draw in through your belly and start to spiral through your rib cage. Let this be easy and sweet in this first twist. One more breath in and out. Unwind, face the top of the mat, and then place your left fingertips down behind you. Inhale, stretch up through your right arm. Exhale to twist, right hand to outer left thigh. Breathing in, root into the points of the sit bones. Stretch through the top of your head. Breathing out, spiral so that the right ribs pivot in the direction of the left ribs. Your head might start to turn backward. One more breath. Unwind and face the top of the mat. Now inhale, right fingertips out beside you, left arm stretches up. Exhale, bend your right elbow and arc to the right. Keep sinking your left sit bone down. Catch for the back of your head with your left hand and lean a little bit back into the support of your hands. Feel the extension through your left side body. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, press down, rise to the center. And exhale, left fingertips out beside you. Right arm reaches high. And then start to bend into your left elbow. And then catch the back of your head with your right hand. Lean into the supports of your back body. Breathing here. Begin to press down, rise all the way up to a seat, and then crawl into tabletop position onto the hands and the knees. Spread your fingers, press into the finger pads, and just explore some movements here. You could make circles through the ribs again, maybe circles through the hips, maybe a little arching, a little rounding. Go wherever you want to go. If it helps to close your eyes so you can stay really rooted in the physical body experience and expression, feel free to do that. And then if you encounter any kinds of dark cloud feeling sensations, send some sweet breath there. Let the breath be like the sun working its way to shine through those clouds. Begin to find your way to a neutral, steady tabletop. Tuck your toes behind you, breathe in. When you breathe out, press into the earth and send your hips all the way up and back into downward dog. Begin to pedal your feet, and as you do, make figure 8 circles with your hips. So the pedaling starts to rise all the way up to the sidelines of your waist. Send some breath into the backs of your ribs. And then after a couple of those, get steady, feeling the spreading of the fingers and the toes, and then the pressing deeply down. Imagine you're growing roots that extend and stretch from the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet straight down to the center of the earth. So you're connected, plugged in there. And then from that anchoring, send the length up your spine. Curve the tip of your tailbone high, high, high to the sky. You can micro bend your knees and see if you can feel like your sit bones are spreading, but then lift up through the front parts of your thighs so the quads begin to activate. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift your heels high, round through your spine, and shift forward until your shoulders stack over your wrists in a high plank. When you breathe out, softly sink your knees to the mat. Inhale, arch your back, tilt your tailbone to the sky, heart forward, and eyes up. And then when you breathe out, glide your sit bones back in space, but keep stretching your heart forward in the direction of your thumbs. Inhale, tuck your tailbone under, hug in through your core, round your spine, coming forward through hands and knees, and then breathing out, sink all the way down to lying on your belly, untuck your toes. With your inhale breath, float your heart an inch or so off the ground, float your hands off the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, stretch from the base of your skull forward through the very top of your head, and just take one more breath in. Breathing out, palms by your ribs. Press yourself up to tabletop and then walk your knees together to touch. Now pivot both of your shins to the right side of your mat and kickstand your feet behind you. Begin to slide your hips back in space like you're coming into a twisted child's pose. And then you can pulsate in and out of this a couple of times. Or if you're good to just stay sitting back in space with the hips, stay there. Feel the expansion in the left ribs, creating space with every breath. Now begin to press into your palms. Shift your pelvis forward. Root down into your right hand and then cactus your left elbow up to the sky. Squeeze in through your right side body and extend through your left side. Next inhalation, float your left shin to hover parallel to the earth. See if you can stretch your right fingertips all the way forward over your ear. Take a full breath in. Now, when you breathe out, big transition, step your left foot to the top of the mat, but imagine you're like gliding it on water. So it's a nice, easy, smooth, soft step forward. Then bend into your left knee and tuck your right toes behind you. With your next breath in, float your fingertips to the sky, coming into a kneeling warrior position. As you breathe out, press into your big toes, pull them a little toward one another, and start to slide your hips down and forward. Feel this sinking through your sacrum. Take one more breath in here. And then when you breathe out, palms together, take them to the back of your head. Start to lean your head a little back and stretch from the back of your heart to the sky. One more breath in here. One more breath out. Release. Place your right palm to the mat inside of your foot. Lift your right knee and turn your left fingertips to the sky. Press through your feet. Energize through your right thigh and tilt your eyes and your heart in the direction of your left thumbnail. Take a full breath in here. And then when you breathe out, circle left fingertips down to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach from the back of your heart forward. When you exhale, stretch your left leg more towards straight. Peel your left toes off of the mat and bow into a pyramid variation, keeping the right heel high, stacked over the ball of your foot. Then let's move dynamically back and forth. So inhale, come forward into the lunge. Exhale, left leg draws straight-ish. Pull back on your outer left hip. Flex your toes, bow in. One more time, breathe in, lean forward into your lunge. Breathe out, pyramid. Now inhale, stay in your pyramid. Just take like a wave through your spine, like a halfway lift. When you exhale, press straight down into your fingertips or your palms. See if you can pick up your left foot, bending the knee if you need, and then step back into downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, lift your heels, round your spine, and come forward into a high plank. When you breathe out, softly sink your knees to the mat. Inhale to arch your back, tailbone up, heart up, eyes up. Exhale, hips back, heart forward, active child's pose. Then breathe in, claw the mat, round forward through a cat pose. And when you breathe out, sink all the way down onto your belly, landing the pelvis, the chest, and the chin. Inhale, float your heart, float your hands. Exhale, float your feet and float your thighs. And then feel how much you can just be like suspended in the air here. It's like your body is being cradled by the air on all sides, held up, but then stretched out, back through your toes, forward through your heart, breathing in. Breathe out, let that go. Palms by the ribs. Press yourself up into tabletop. Walk your knees together. And then shift both of your shins to the left side of the mat. Kickstand your feet behind you. Start to sink your hips back in space. Keep reaching your heart in the direction of your thumbs. And take a couple pulses in and out of this twisty child's pose. Then if or when you feel ready, sit all the way back and just really feel a couple of breaths here. Massaging open some new space in the right side of your body. Begin to press down to come forward with your hips. Claw down into your left fingertips and then cactus your right elbow toward the sky. Feel the drawing together of your shoulder blades behind you. Squeeze a little through your inner thighs. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now begin to float your right shin to hover parallel to the earth. Inhale, stretch your right fingertips all the way forward over the top of your head. And as you exhale, begin to spiral. Kick your right foot straight around and to the top of the mat. Pivot on your left shin until it comes back behind you, and then tuck your left toes. When you breathe in, float your fingertips to the sky, kneeling warrior. Breathe out, squeeze in and up through your low belly and melt your hips down and forward, really feeling the opening into the left hip flexor. One more breath in here. Now breathing out, palms together, take the thumb side of your hands to the back of your head. Really press your head to your hands and lean back any amount. Keep length in your lower back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release. Place your left palm to the earth. Right fingertips rising to the sky. Float your left knee off of the ground. Hug your outer right hip toward the midline of your body. Squeeze through the lines of your waist and then allow for your rib cage to turn up and feel your heart like it's being pulled forward and skyward. Look to your right thumb. Breathing in. And breathe out. Circle your right fingertips down to the top of the mat, framing the right foot. Inhale, just lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, glide your hips back in space. Flex your right toes off the earth and bow forward into pyramid variation. Next breath in, sink back into your right knee. Stack it over your ankle. Lean your heart forward. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, coming into your lunge. And exhale, folding down. Now this time, stay in pyramid. Breathe in to lengthen, stretch through your spine. Breathe out, press straight down. Pick up your right foot and step into downward facing dog, hips high. Take a full breath in through your nose. Full breath out through the nose or the mouth, whatever you'd like. We're going to do this again on each side, moving just a little more quickly. Feel your breath rinsing through everything. Inhale, lift your heels, round your spine. Come forward, high plank. Exhale, softly lower the knees to the mat. Inhale, arch your back, curling up through the tailbone. Exhale, send your hips back in space, but resist forward with your heart. Breathe in, round your spine. Come forward through cat pose. Breathe out, softly release onto your belly. Inhale, rise. Heart, hands, feet, and thighs. Stay as you exhale. One more breath in. Create more extension. Exhale, palms by the ribs. Press through tabletop and walk your knees together. Now pivot your shins toward the right side of the mat. Breathe in and cactus your left elbow right away to the sky. When you breathe out, float your left shin to hover and stretch your left fingertips forward over your head. Breathe in here. And then breathe out. Carry your left leg forward to the top of the mat. Step down and pivot your right shin behind you. Tuck your toes. Inhale, float your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, sink into your hips. One more breath in to lengthen through your spine. Exhale, hands to the back of your head. Start to lean back in space any amount. One more inhale breath. Exhale, release. Right palm to the earth. Lift your right knee off the mat and turn your left arm to the sky. Easy twist. Breathe in and stay as you breathe out. Just one more inhale breath. Exhale, left fingertips down to the top of the mat. Frame your foot. Breathe in and stretch through your spine. Breathe out, bow down, stretch your left leg straight and flex your toes. Really peel them back towards your shin. Again, inhale forward into the lunge. Exhale, hips back, heart bows down. One more, breathe in. Breathe out, right away. Bow, press down into your palms, pick up your left foot and step back, down dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Come forward, high plank, squeeze in through your ribs. Exhale, keep front body engagement as you sink your knees to the earth. Breathe in, cow pose. Open up the core. Exhale, hips to the heels, heart forward. Inhale, round your spine, coming through hands and knees. And exhale, release to the belly. Breathe in, float the heart, the hands, the feet, and the thighs. Breathe out to stay. One more breath in, spread your toes. Breathing out, palms by the ribs, press into tabletop and walk your knees together. Now pivot your shins till they turn to the left side of the mat. Press into your left palm. Inhale, cactus up through your right elbow. And exhale, float your right shin to hover and reach your right fingertips forward over your head. Plug your shoulder back into your body, breathing in. And as you breathe out, softly step right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Turn your left toes back and tuck them. Breathe in, fingertips to the sky, kneeling warrior. Breathe out, sink. Soften your shoulders, then take one more breath in to energize up through your fingertips. Exhale, heels of the hands to the back of the head, lengthen through your spine, and then little back bend maybe. Breathe in. Breathe out, let that go. Left palm to the earth, lift your left knee, and circle right arm to the sky, easy twist. Breathe in, inflate through your back thigh. Breathe out, turn your heart upward. One more inhale. Exhale, frame your foot, right fingertips down. Breathe in. Breathe out, pyramid, bow. Next inhale, step forward into your lunge. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, flex your right toes, bow your heart over them. One more inhale. Exhale, back to pyramid right away, pressing straight down, round your spine, pick up your right foot and step into downward facing dog. Take an inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let that go. Pausing in down dog, notice if anything has cleared here from your first down dog. Any cloudy spots that have opened up or any sun that's been allowed to peek through those clouds. Just notice. Next breath in, stretch your right leg high to the sky, coming into three-legged down dog. When you breathe out, lift your left heel and send your right knee across the midline of your body toward your left tricep. Then kick your right leg all the way through to the left and bring the knife edge of your foot down. Crawl your feet away from one another and sink your outer right hip to the earth. Take a breath in and lengthen up through your spine. Try to pivot the top of your left thigh till it points down. And then when you breathe out, come down onto your forearms here. We're gonna rock a little bit forward and a little bit back with the hips. So using the back toes, keeping them tucked to assist with this rocking in and out. And in doing so, massaging through the outer right hip. Soften your shoulders, unclench your teeth. One more breath here. Good. Now begin to climb back up onto your palms and then just pivot to facing toward the back of your mat. Have your feet kind of as they are in this, not quite a straddle, but almost. Sit up really nice and tall, breathing in. And then when you breathe out, start to walk your fingertips forward any amount. Keep the length in your spine, so pulling back on the fingers as you lead from the back of your heart to the now top of your mat. And then breathing out to fold in any amount. Just a couple breaths here. Keep some rooting through your sitting bones and notice what you feel unwinding, feeling the adductor, inner thigh muscles, feeling length in your spine. And begin to walk all the way back in. And then let's take the sole of the right foot to your inner left thigh. Now place your right palm down behind you and start to roll your shoulder back in space so your bicep turns forward and your tricep turns back. With your next breath in, press down, roll to standing on your right shin, root your left big toe, and then just open yourself up here into a front body expansive stargazer pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, pivot back to facing the top of your mat. Turn your left toes forward, pick up your right shin, and step back into downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Next breath in, float your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Breathing out, lift your right heel, thread left knee toward right tricep, and then kick your leg through to the right side of the mat, knife edge of the foot down. Walk your feet away from one another and come into this twisted position. Right thigh, top of right thigh, try to spin it down. Lengthen through your heart, breathe in. Breathe out, sink onto your forearms, and then let your body rock. Really subtle shifting of the weight, a bit forward and a bit back here, using the tuck of the right toes to assist. Notice your hands, can you soften them? Breathe into your low belly. One more breath here, rocking forward. rocking back. Press down, begin to rise up, and then turn toward the right and face toward the back of your mat. This time, let's take the legs a bit wider into like a full-on straddle, or as wide as they'll go without you having to really force it. Breathe in, just sit up nice and tall, and then you might stay sitting upright if you're good here. If you'd like, you can start to fold forward. Keep your toes flexing toward the sky. Find external rotation from the hip sockets so that your tops of your thighs spin up. Couple more breaths here. Melting down. As you do, clearing away any clouds of tension. Begin to rise back up to a seat. And then send your right leg straight forward. Bring the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh. Left palm down behind you. Wrap your shoulder blade to the back of your heart. Then press into the earth. Come up onto the left shin. And turn your right arm to the sky as you press your right big toe down. Take a full breath in here. And as you breathe out, pivot back to facing the top of the mat. Turn your right toes forward, pick up your left shin, and step into downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in, lift your heels, and then bring your knees down to the top of your mat. Come around to a seat. Sit bones to the earth and swing your feet forward. When you breathe in, palms to your shins, widen your knees, stick your butt back, lift through your heart, lift through your eyes. When you breathe out, round in through your core, tuck your chin to your chest and pull back on your shins, and it's like you're trying to press all the air out of your body. Just one more time. Inhale, open it up. And exhale. Breathe in, lengthen your fingertips forward. Breathe out and roll to lying all the way down on your back. Drop your head, and then let your feet float up to the sky. Let them be lifeless, or like the legs are lifeless, so all the energy can kind of drain out of the legs, reversing the direction of blood flow. Soften or close your eyes. Just pause here. Feel the rooting of your sacrum. Stay longer, or squeeze your knees into your chest and curl into a nice tight hug, wrapping the forearms around the shins. See how much you can squish your thighs to your belly. Full breath in. And breathe out into Shavasana. As you melt your body down into the surface beneath you, allow the activity in your mind to soften and melt away. If any thoughts do arise, just watch them drift by. And the same with your sensations here. Give your body the next couple of minutes to rest and process all your breath and your movements. And just really sink. Begin to come back into your body. Again, letting your awareness dive down from the top of your head, through your spine, through your limbs, to the feet and the hands. Take a few really deep breaths, deepest ones of your day so far, filling the lungs as you breathe in. Releasing everything as you breathe out. Take some little wiggles into your fingers and your toes. And then when your next inhale breath comes, reach your arms back over your head and stretch your toes straight forward. When you breathe out, drop everything one more time. And then either come into fetal pose on a side, tucking the knees to the chest and resting your head down, or just roll slowly up your spine, one vertebra at a time, whatever feels best for you. Finding our way back to Sukhasana to close the practice. Take your time in getting there, and then soften the focus of your gaze or simply close your eyes as you arrive in your seat. Feel an earthiness from your waistline down through your legs and your feet and your sit bones. And feel the effervescent lifting of your spine all the way up through the top of your head. And then go through, again, all of the aspects of your experience. And just notice what the weather is like now. And some days, the practice can create like a really dramatic shift in the way that we feel. Other days, it's more of a subtle change or even just a feeling of processing. So let the outcome be whatever it is without attaching to it. And check for areas where the sky is a little more clear. Draw your palms to prayer at heart center and close your practice with a moment of sweet gratitude. Could be for anything in your life that really resonates and makes you feel that gratitude in a profound way, like you can feel it in your bones. Let this fill you up. Take a breath in. Breath out, let it go. Reach your heart up in the direction of your thumbs and tuck your chin down toward your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your movement practice with me today. I hope that this felt good in your body and that you're doing well wherever you are. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, you can do that down below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. This really helps to support me, and I so appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your day or your night, and I'll see you soon in another class. Bye.